I had a student once tell me that my handwriting looked like a deer jumping in front of a dump truck. I said that's a very nice simile, thank you. First we want to thank everyone that made it. You made it up the mountain, so congratulations. Want to thank Dad and Mom for a great rehearsal dinner last night. If you can see the wedding party, it's a truckload of food that it required to feed this wedding party. So it was really great. And thanks to Mike and Jess, and specifically Jess, who had a continual foot up Brandon's ass to get this thing done. I kept calling for weeks, and he could not answer any of my questions. And I was getting it on my end from my wife. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. But it's gorgeous. She made all these decorations. Everything's perfect. It looks great. For those of you that don't know us, we are undoubtedly the best men here, other than the groom, of course. I'm Brian, and this is John. And how we got here is a story in itself that involves Brandon and his good friend Captain Morgan, because I don't know that any sober man asks another man to stand up in front of his closest friends and family and talk about him. And moreover, I don't know any sober man that actually agrees to this kind of thing. So it was one night after several strong beverages, a healthy dose of I love you mans, and a few overlong hugs that we agreed to stand up in front of you all today and talk about this fine couple. And it didn't just take one drunken night to get us here. Although many of us are probably here because of one drunken night. But it actually took 2 decades and change to impart a lot of brotherly wisdom to Brandon to make him in the man that Liz would actually want to marry. And brotherly wisdom is not the kind of thing that is easily imparted. First of all, it takes a strong state police trained patriarch to teach you that the family is more important than anything else. Next, it takes leadership. And only the kind of leadership that our oldest brother Andrew could display. This usually means being the loudest person in the room. But the kind of leadership where you could call your brothers on a Friday night and say, hey, we're going to have a cookout. Why don't everyone come over? So you enlist one brother to bring the sides, another to bring the mains, and another to bring the drinks. And you show up and realize that Andy's made no contribution other than supplying the venue. And then after a few pink Moscatos, he gets the eyes from Carla and the venue has to shut down. That's leadership. Our next oldest brother, Mikey, taught us how to make an entrance. And let's say it doesn't involve being punctual, but it sure is effective. If you're the last one to show up, everyone will be thrilled to see you. My brother John here is going to talk about the brotherly wisdom that he imparted to Brandon as well.
That was good, Brian. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Dine. Brandon's older brother, one of 5 boys. I'd like to thank you all for traveling up the mountain today, even though you may have felt like you took a wrong turn. Mike and Jess, thank you. I feel like not only has Brandon gained a new family, so have I. I recall a time working on Brandon's Jeep with Mike Sr. and Brandon in my dad's garage. Mike Sr. kept referring to me as like the Jedi auto mechanic. They were my young Padawans. Master Apprentice for all you non-Star Wars folk. Brandon has learned many examples of what to do and what not to do in life from his brothers. Including the time Brandon wanted to make his first car faster. He was so excited and anxious, like any 6-year-old boy would be. I'd asked him to make sure he got all the, the associated parts that go along with building that car, the gaskets and the O-rings and everything. And his response, yeah, I have everything. YouTube showed me how to do this. Needless to say, we had to do the job twice. Since that day, Brandon learned a great work ethic, pride, and quality on all choices in life. Liz, you have found a little boy that you witnessed grow into a young man. You two have a passion for each other's interests that has brought these two families together as one. You both will take many wrong turns in life, only to come out at the top of the mountain, learning from one another along the way. This is a start to your new beginning. Cherish the moments to come. Be selfless, love one another, even when the fog sets in. Brother, sister, I love you.
And finally, I taught Brandon how to be determined. And really, it was through the sport of wrestling. They say once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy. But it's not easy getting through 4 years of high school wrestling, especially when your brother is also your coach. But I'm happy to say he made it through 4 years. He finished 5th in the state senior year. But if you check the record books and you look for another B9, you'll see me just one spot above him. Let's not forget that. It had to be the sport of wrestling that undoubtedly attracted Liz to Brandon. Because who wouldn't be smitten with a malnourished, skinny blonde kid that may or may not be harboring a contagious skin infection picked up off the wrestling mat. It's the oldest and greatest sport in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now, all of this brotherly wisdom is truly ineffectual if not tempered with some sisterly love as well. If nothing else, Caitlin kept us from scaring Liz away and put some necessary finishing touches on Brandon. So, for better or worse, Liz, you're not only getting a husband, but also the brothers and all the wisdom that comes with them. And I'm certain Liz comes with her own brotherly wisdom as well. So here's to yet another drunken night, and countless nights yet to come, and all the wisdom we'll share moving forward. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.